Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing my vision for this part of the layout. Alright, haven't done a layout update in quite a bit, but I thought I would share some of the work I've done. Most of it's boring but important stuff, such as getting the feeder wires in, getting the track plan finalized, and getting that track screwed down. It's fairly solid, and the trains run great over it. And I can't complain with that, of course. Well, I guess we might as well just get started over here. The tunnel, which is usually there, is out for some renovations. I've been carving it out, repainting it, doing a lot of work on it so that it'll look better and fit better, and the clearances will be a little more akin to what I need. And I guess moving on to here, I've got some more plans for a engine facility. I haven't ever had one of these on my layout, and I don't really know how to realistically make one, but I'm going to do some research to get, reference photos and interesting stuff that I might draw inspiration off of. But I'm thinking about, there's just going to be this siding, and there might be a switch, taking the track to another, dead end, and then there'll be a shed, either a 2-engine shed or 2 sheds. I'm not sure what to do with that. But I'll have a facility that'll have diesel fueling. I'll either have one of those cheap Lionel tank cars. I'll have the tank taken off of one of those and then put over here and detailed up. Or I'll just use those tanks over there, which I'm not sure would be super realistic for a fueling depot. But also have access roads and a few other things to add realism. Over here, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I really don't know, actually. This whole area is undecided. Probably going to be a lot of ballast, maybe a few yard control towers, maybe like a rail fan lookout point, or maybe some natural stuff, or maybe just a bunch of ballast and pavement. Who knows? But I'll figure all that out. Over here, I'm going to do a rail yard, or at least it's going to double as both a rail yard and a passenger terminal. I'll have a big station building going from this retaining wall all the way kind of over here. And I guess it might take up like from here to here and just kind of go out. I'm not completely sure on that. And then I'll end right here, and then there'll be a cool sort of building front here. That'd be an interesting model to create. And I think Lionel does have some pre-made buildings that I could take from. But then I'll have a lot of sidings here, like I kind of explained, and be able to sort and park freight cars or park some passenger trains or a few passenger trains. I do have a set of passenger cars that I'm not really using for anything, and they're in kind of boring, bland paint. I might paint them up a little bit and then have them be a idle passenger train, maybe with this locomotive over here, which is actually a dummy locomotive. It's a Alco, of course. It had the 2023 sort of hump, but I cover that up with a tarp, or at least a model of a tarp, and painted it a little bit, made it look all used and dirty. And then this is actually a base of a cheap Lionel, railroad car chassis from the MPC era, and then that goes on there pretty well. And this is all, kit bash from a bunch of random things, and so far it rolls okay. I'm not going to actually be running it, but this will be one of those engines that you just have on your layout, just to be an engine just kind of parked somewhere. I also have a steam engine I'm planning on giving a similar treatment, except maybe without a lot of the weathering. It's going to be some kind of preserved steam engine. Moving along to probably my favorite part is the retaining wall, and this is where the theme plays into this. If you couldn't tell by me referencing there being a station here, I'll have a road here and a little more of a metropolitan area. I won't do a whole bunch of huge buildings in this tiny space, but I'll do a lot of facades and a backdrop and a few other things to kind of add a bit of interest and detail to this area. I feel like I always liked railroad track and retaining walls. I always thought that, especially in model form, it looks a lot better than just having a blue wall backdrop where it looks pretty fake. You can detail this wall up a lot, and it will look almost like the real deal. I'll probably go in and, of course, paint it gray, and then I guess do a wash of black to get into the sort of segments that depressed into the wall, and then I'd dry brush it with white, and that'll give a nice rocky effect, or at least that's my technique for doing rocks. Seen a lot of more professional people do that, and it works out great. I'll have a road up there, like I said. I have a lot of street lamps that'll line that. They aren't like powered street lamps, they're just like Plasticville ones. But they do glow in the dark, so that'll be an interesting little effect. I'll have like a few traffic lights probably. I'll make some of those out of LEDs and some random other stuff that I have, and I think those might add some interest and color variety with the lighting as well. I might also add some catenary wires, and that might not be a huge thing. I might not even follow through on it, but from here to probably around here, the end of the scene, I might have some catenary wires so that steam, diesel, and electric will look and feel at home in this area. And I only own one electric locomotive, or at least electric road locomotive, excluding any trolleys or anything. It's of course a GG1, but I plan to someday get something like an EP5 or an E60 or one of those types of electric engines, because I do like electrics. I think that they're also interesting, especially the earlier ones. Possibly even like an Amtrak AEM-7 or something. I'm not sure. But I guess that's it for this section of the layout. Of course, ballasting will follow suit and all that will be fairly regular, but I am really excited for this part of the layout. I think that this will come together really nicely and produce a very professional looking scene. And the first part is of course laying down the track, which I have already done. And from there, everything is creativity and good ideas. If you have any suggestions for anything I could add or take out or change in this area, I think I would really appreciate that. Be aware of more videos coming out about the layout. But I won't be posting a lot because, of course, there's work to do. And that's the most important part. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.